dreams are small, and you feel 10 feet tall. That's it, that's all, you're in love.
I'm Marcia Spencer.
And I'm Dalton Spencer. Marcia. Me.
I think me. I'm pretty funny.
Me.
Yeah, definitely not. Both of us.
Yeah.
Pretty even.
Pretty
split.
even, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Me. Oh, I think that's a tie.
Yeah.
I think you.
Yeah, I'm into the motorbikes. So,
Yeah, and when I spend, it's usually on the house.
I think we're about the same.
I feel
like
like
to ham it up
you
a bit.
used to be more
Yeah, I used to.
outgoing.
I've tightened up.
We've been together 19 years. It'll be 20 in January. So we're not from Kincardine.
Right.
But we both have ties here, and it was August long weekend of 98. Actually, Gillies.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's like it's embarrassing for you. So we were there. It was, I don't know if it was someone's stag and dough, or it was just a big party night and lots of carrying on and drinking. And it seemed like whoever I was talking to, like all of a sudden, like he would pop up, try to stand there and try and join the conversation. And he had a lot to drink. He's like, come on, like we should go out. We knew we found out we were both living in London. I was like, oh yeah, sounds good. And I was like, this guy, like he had fun elsewhere that night, and I did too. And but then we got back to London and we kept running into each other. All of a sudden I saw him like riding his bike with his dog in all kinds of weather, or like we'd be at the same restaurant and bar. Like it kept happening.
Meanwhile, Dalton's got a copy of your schedule.
Well,
But then-
every time
Yeah.
I did hook up or see her out, I'd say, just give me a number, we'll go out for coffee. And she was not going for it. Because she knew, I guess, a little bit of my past. And you're not really my style.
But then I started having like weird dreams about him.
Whoa.
Like, just like he would pop into my dreams. Why is that guy in my dreams? I started seeing another guy, and it turned out to be a friend of his. Fast forward to January, like around the New Year's weekend, I was out with the guy I was seeing, and he wasn't very kind to me that night. I ended up storming out of the bar and just like, I'm like, I better go. But I didn't actually go. I snuck back in and hung out with the DJ. I had like so much fun that night, and we were doing shots all night. This is like so embarrassing. And so when it was time to leave, I walked home. I started to process how ugly the night was earlier. And I went home, and what I thought was passing out, I just like went to sleep. And I slept till like the phone rang, and the next day at like 3 p.m, and it was him calling me. He's like, hey, I got your message.
Finally called me.
She's like, he finally called. I had no recollection of calling him and leaving a message. Anyways, he's like, do you want to go out for breakfast? So I was like, sure. And we went out for breakfast at 3:30 in the afternoon.
Yep.
And we've like literally been together every day
But
since.
that breakfast, there was 5 questions that were asked. And she had to ask me, do you hunt? No. Check. Do you watch Star Trek? No. Well, yeah, do I smoke? No. There's a couple
Are you
other things.
vegetarian?
Oh, I'm a vegetarian.
So I was like,
I said no.
I was at the time.
Or do I watch sports on TV?
I
said no. I watch hockey
No, it
games
was like
every
do you have to watch every seasonal sport? Like
Yeah.
all the way
That's it,
through to
yeah.
the playoffs and stuff. Because I had dated for about a year after a serious relationship. So I had dated all these different types of guys. And I just was like, oh, I know what I want and what I don't want now.
Yeah.
This date, I'm like, what have I got to lose? Like, I should just ask him what I want. Our wedding was really fun.
Yeah.
It was smallish. So we had a reverend or I don't even know what he was. We were like, I guess
he was
we
a
have
buddy
to
of
get-
my dad.
Yeah.
Actually, I ended up finding out.
His name was Herb Dingwall, but we're not religious. So,
Yeah.
but we didn't know. Like, we're like,
Yeah.
I think you need a minister to get married.
Yeah.
And ended up, I was pregnant at my wedding,
Oh,
but
really?
didn't know it. Yeah.
But you didn't know?
No, we found that out on the honeymoon.
Yeah. Super shocking. It would have been, I think, 3 weeks at the wedding. Really emotional that day, but I thought, oh, like every bride must be. I did not think like pregnancy, like at all. I would say that we have a lot of patience and a really wicked sense of humor. Our time together, we've had pretty major stressful things go on, and we actually live in a very high stress way a lot of the time, which is unavoidable. We are able to find something funny at the end of the day.
Yeah.
This is major. This is so major. He uses the smallest pots. I like drives me crazy. And he'll use like a fork, like a thing that just doesn't make sense. Like, we get a bigger pot. We have them, and it'll be like teetering on the edge. Like,
I guess my little pet peeve is upstairs in our ensuite.
Yeah.
We have a sink and a little thing, and Marcia has all her stuff on this side in drawers, and I have a toothbrush. Sometimes like to leave out my shaving. I have a nice little thing with shaving thing. But for some reason, that always gets put away. I can't have anything on mine. Yeah. And I'm like, why? Her stuff sometimes is everywhere. I'm like, what's going on there? Not at all.
They're not deal breakers though. They're just like, you're living with another person. Like, it's going to happen. We have 2 kids. We have our son, our firstborn is 13 now. Started high school, and then our youngest is Edwin, and he's 12, and he's FTM, female to male transgender, and was born Sasha.
That's a funny story. We did finally settle one night or something. We're talking about kids and our future. I said, I really don't know if I want kids. Like, I'm kind of selfish. I love my mountain biking and just walking dogs, and I don't know if I've got time, and I don't know if I'd be a great dad. She's like, well, you would be, but I do want kids, so if that's what you're choosing, then I need to move on.
It was pretty like an intense weekend. We spent a weekend talking about it, and we'd been together like 2-3 years at that time. Yeah. And
that was the first time you had that conversation.
Yeah.
Like a pretty major one. And I just assumed he would want to be a dad because he was like such a fun person, and like he has really great fun memories with his dad when he was little too. So I just kind of, everyone wants kids, don't they? So I always knew, but I had said to him, I think it was on the Saturday, you don't find this all the time. Like, I would rather this. And the conversations went on. I was like, what am I doing? Like, it's in my soul to have children. Like, I knew like I was going to have them. And then I think by the Sunday night, you were like, can we just have some time? We've opened it up now. Can we talk about it? Because it would have been so weird to split up. But it was a pretty like heart-opening kind of weekend when you look back at it. And then I think by that December, like, we got engaged, and I'm like, well, I guess you won't.
We weren't going out quite as much. Marcia had first had the baby, like I'd work all day, and Marcia was off, but she's got the little one, and I'd come home and grab the dog and say, okay, I'm going to take the baby in the stroller and go for a big walk, and at least give Marcia an hour.
Because I also nurse, so even like I was up through the night.
Yeah,
it was
took a
weird.
little while. Yeah, it was for sure.
We're like, oh my god, like.
Yeah,
I read so much while you're pregnant.
Yeah.
Like, and what to do while you're pregnant, blah blah blah, and then like that first week, like we were like, now what? Like, I'm like.
And I honestly think if we to do it again, even though we've done that, it'd be the same feeling again.
Yeah.
Like, it'd be like, oh my god, what did we do? I don't remember.
Both our deliveries were so fun. Like, he caught both the kids. Both of those experiences were so empowering, and so like that really brings you together. It was like the coolest experience to have with your partner.
Well, I think for us now, the kids are older. It's like a bonus for us now, because we can actually leave them. That we're going out one night on the weekend together. Like
a real
we'll have
date.
something to eat, hang out. And I think that for us is really good.
What about with Edwin's transition? How did that affect your relationship at all, or were you a pretty united front in that?
pretty united.
Yeah, we've kind of known for a while, right? You know, Marcia's done lots of research, thank goodness, right? And then now I'm finally looking more, trying to understand everything.
We've always let him be who he is. Like, he didn't want to wear dresses, then we were like, okay, we cleared all the dresses. We just followed his lead, like, through the whole time. And then the fall of 2015, when he expressed that it was more than just like a tomboy or whatever, we were like, okay, like, can we kind of carry on as is? Because it wasn't anything, you know, I wasn't like, you have to wear this, you have to do this, or be like this. Fall of 2016 is when it got more prominent and wanted the name changed. So we didn't experience, like, some people have their children be very depressed, even as little ones when they're feeling this way. Like, we didn't really have that part happen. Because I guess kudos to us, like, that we were just like, be who you are.
Weren't trying to force, you've got to wear a dress. It really wasn't an issue for us.
What I found weird was the pronouns. So I would, like, change my sentences so that I didn't have to use he or him. Like, as, you know, confident and happy we are for him, there still has been, like, a transition for us. And even now, like, it's still, like, it's a process for sure. But we're just, like, happy for him. I would definitely say it's changed. Also with the stress, like, it's changed. Like, it's slowed down. But what we've talked about too is, like, it's not that I don't think about it either. Like, I still desire him. And I mean, we still, you know, have a sex life. It's just, it is very different. When we're in one of our high stress situations, our family life, it's like, I can't even, we can't even. But the thing that's different though is that we acknowledge it. It's not like an elephant in the room. It's something that we know we don't want it to stay like that. So then I will tell him things that I do need in these times, and he'll do the same things. We have joked about that. When things have gotten rough. But I guess when all's said and done, we wouldn't change it.
No.
I think all of our challenges have come to us because they were meant for us.
I honestly can't think of anything that I'd want to change.
Oh yeah. Dalton has matured a lot. The party's like, you're like a mellower version of when we were first together. And that's not a bad thing. Like, there's no way we could have lived like that.
Most times it'd be mostly money. A little bit of money, and like I think that's like everybody, right?
And it's not even like a fight.
No.
Where it's more like we need to focus on this, and like we need to talk about this. But it's never like, I can't believe you spent this.
We remember friends that fought and yelled and screamed at each other, and Marcia, like, I don't understand that. But I mean, everybody's different, right? We've always, if we are going to get into conflict, or we have a conversation, we just really, or and we don't scream and yell. When we actually talk it out pretty much right then, so nothing lingers on and fesses, and we get through it, and then we're usually hug and kiss. We're good. Like,
we've actually, like, we've never sworn at each other, like, F you, or he's never called me a bitch, and I've never called him an asshole, like, ever. And like, we haven't never fought dirty, like, where there's things that you can't take back, right? Like, that would echo in my ears if he ever called me a nasty name.
Go for a walk with the dog out in the country.
We like to go for dinner. We used to motorbike more together, and one of our, like, favorite things to do though is just to go for, like, one drink at the pub. And I feel like now, like, that our kids are getting a little bit older and we have more freedom, it's like we get to redate each other. That's what's happening. Is that we get to know each other at this age. That's easy. Well, one thing that I love is when Dalton walks through the door, like, after work or whatever, like, I still, like, get, like, I love that. I'm like, oh, like, and he smells good, and he's, like, really handsome. Like, I love that about him. Like, he's a really good dad. That's really attractive.
What was the question again?
What do you love about me?
Oh, like when you sit and have a few wines, just you as being Marcia and easy to be with and talk with.
And I'm funny.
I think you're funnier than me, yeah.
I'm really proud that we've been able to weather through what we have over the years and still like want to be together and love each other. We've been faced with a lot of really heavy challenges that I can see why people would split up. And I'm really proud that we haven't done that. My life would be worse if that was added to the mix. Like it would never improve it. I think our answers would be a bit different.
Go ahead. You answer it also.
I like feel like I could answer like for you. Like it'd be like
go ahead.
Wheel like traveling like with like a RV on the back of a truck and go like explore places like with like I don't know ATVs and go wheeling or motorbiking, which would be super fun. Like, what I would like to see is us just traveling a little bit more.
Communicate.
It's
a huge one. You got to be able to talk with each other, right?
Yeah.
Stuff's bugging, you don't keep it away and let it build up and then eventually let out on the other person. Like just talk and be secure with each other. If you're married, like the other person wants to go out, go have fun, and you learn. You know. Yeah. I think that trust is a huge thing, and
not holding each other back from their interests.
Go have fun and.
There was no social media like. When we first were together. While I think social media is amazing and awesome for so many things, I think it's also the demise of some people's relationships. And it's really easy for people to connect with other people when you're trying to build a solid relationship. I could see where that's a bit of a challenge. So to be mindful of that.
Yeah.
Love is the only thing that's real.
Love is being with the person that you want to be with forever. Being happy with that person.
Yeah.
You know, after being married almost 20 years, still thinking of that person, even when you're at work. Still think, oh, Marcia, you know, and I still say to this day, oh, I'm so lucky. She's a great person, like a great person, good looking.
I love you.
Your problems are small, and you feel 10 feet tall. That's it, that's all, you're in love.